Hello, hey, good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to yet another electrifying live stream with the Bullish Bears team. Get ready for some good trades, for some good setups, and for some good market analysis from a community standpoint. What's going on, Victor, Remy? Hey, what's going on, Jen? See you in here. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How you guys doing? Say, you guys holding up? You guys have a good weekend? Alright, let's see. So we do have Microsoft at an area of interest around 325 right now. I did want us to pull back on NVDA too, and it's trying to fill its gap right now. Tesla is trying to push higher, just staying patient as Netflix is selling off pretty hard right now. Netflix just filled its gap. So let's pull this up into the 5 minute and see what we got cooking. So I'm thinking, guys, right? It's Monday. The market gave us some great moves last week, especially at the open. When the market opened last week, it gave us just like big pumps, big dumps, just back and forth, left and right. It was really great stuff, good stuff. So I am expecting a little bit of a pullback, but I am expecting chop this morning. And the reason for that is because, like I said, the market gave us nice moves last week. The market does not like to be consistently giving us nice moves. It likes to consistently change up the market structure. And us as traders and day traders, we need to be able to adjust our trading plans and adjust to the market structure change as well. I'm also keeping an eye on where VIX is. VIX has been making some drops lately, right? And drops in the VIX are bullish. I'm going to be adding a key level on VIX right around here. Let me take a look. Let's see. Anything good? Anything good? So I'm trying to, yeah, right there. So you see how I found that was I looked for an area. Now, the VIX is very choppy and tends to chop around the same prices because it is the VIX. Doesn't really go up to the hundreds, not often at least. It usually likes to stay between about like the lows, $13 or so, then maybe the highs around $20, maybe $30. But when we are in these ranges, I like to look for key areas that the VIX has had turnarounds, right? Or reversals. This is a good area right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, then all over here. So this is a key level that I'm going to be looking for on the VIX for us to hold and to bounce back higher, which would make us bearish. So there's that level. We're going to make it a 3, so I know it is confirmed. I'm even going to hit this little lock button as well. So there's my VIX levels. These are the two levels I'm watching on the VIX today. And if we break below, I'll be looking for continuation and strength. Go back to the 5 minute. Today, guys, I am leaning more towards bullish, especially this week maybe as well. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. And I will show you. So the weekly chart sort of has me considering the bearish trend, but on the daily chart I saw we made a higher low. So what I'm looking for is I'm either looking for us to fail to break this wick up here, which is the top of last week's trend. So I'll mark that out and make that little magnet. Mark that out, and we're going to make that like gray. So that's last week's high. I want us to get above last week's high to continue the trend. Nice pumps, nice pumps. Definitely not looking to play any bear trades right now. Keeping an eye on equities. Equities are trying to push strong. NVIDIA is not at that area of interest. It did fill its gap, and it does look like it's trying to get that area of interest. So I'm just waiting. Waiting. Staying patient. Got a nice drop on the VIX right there, right? So look at this candle on the VIX. I want this candle to close that strong, right? So then maybe I'll consider scalping the next 5 minute candle for momentum. We're going to look for a pullback first. Nice strong moves. See, Netflix NVDA, all these stocks, Apple, they just created nice hammer candles, right? So you see how we have a small body, long lower wick, small body, long lower wick, sort of a medium-sized body on NVIDIA and a long lower wick. Same with Netflix. Netflix filled its gap, then popped right back up. So strength is coming in, bulls are coming in. Definitely would see the bulls take control and continue to push us higher. Stay patient. We could always stay patient for a really good entry, but when we scalp, we want to see that strength in the market and we want to see momentum to push us higher. I'm going to be taking a look at the 15 minutes to see if we're coming into any areas that might see a pullback. Not seeing any right now. I do see this area of consolidation right above here, but I'm not going to have that stop me from this trade. Some pushes higher, some good continuation. Again, something I was looking at was the VIX. VIX was pushing lower with strength. That's what I want when I want to scalp a trade. Nice big long wicks on Netflix right now. NVIDIA also pulling back, but I do want a pullback before we continue higher. I want either a pullback to VWAP, which is right now sitting around 44.29, or I want to pull back to the demand zone, which is at 44.21. So I'm either staying super patient for these trades, or I'm letting the market stay bullish, push bullish, and then give me some type of pullback, whether it's a flag, anything. What I'm also looking for though is on NVIDIA. I want NVIDIA to pull back into this area of interest, maybe around 455, and create a higher low, right? So that you see how we made a higher low, higher low, higher low. Let's make another higher low somewhere over here in this area of interest to push us higher, and that might be a really good swing trade if the market wants to continue bullish this week. We do have Microsoft rejecting an area of interest. Apple is weak right now. Meta is rejecting a key level. Tesla is rejecting a key area. Just staying patient on these things because a lot of stocks are near some type of resistance right now. So instead of guessing and trying to go short based off the fact that we are pulling back, I'd rather have the pullback because pullbacks are healthy in the market and got to think of pullbacks as traps for retail so we could trap retail on the wrong side of the market before we get the right move, right? And we want to be in the right move because the right move is often stronger than the wrong move, obviously. So it's just a game of patience, waiting, and just taking the clues that the market gives us. So if we're looking at VIX, VIX sort of had a gap and sort of did fill that gap as well, right? So VIX looks like it wants to push higher. I'm thinking maybe if we get a push to a high a day on VIX, I want to keep an eye on ES to see if it'll be at a low of day. And if it's not at a low of day, then I will want to take longs at the 1 hour demand and on ES around 44.21, and my target will be highs of days, the high a day, which is over 20 points away. So we're really looking for a good trade today, guys. All right, let's see. So here's the pullback. NASDAQ seems to be a bit stronger on this pullback than ES. And how do I know that? Well, I'm just looking at the candles. I'm looking at the price action. And it's telling me right now, NASDAQ's trying to push below this candle's wick, while ES is still way up here. So I really want that push lower with continuation. Oh, we do have NVIDIA rejecting that area of interest right now, too. So I'm keeping an eye on that. Microsoft with a strong push lower. Just because we're rejecting the area of interest does not mean I'm getting in right away. I really want a strong push lower on NASDAQ. NASDAQ, too, I want to hold VWAP, or I want to hold this key level at 15,020. Nearly an engulfing on NASDAQ right there, so push lower is expected. Morning, everybody. Morning, Cam. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, YouTube? Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm a big fan of being extra patient on Mondays, guys, and the reason for that is not only is the first half hour of a market open usually choppy and usually a fake out, and we usually sometimes get a reversal around 10:15, but it's Monday as well. So it's a few things that I like to keep in mind when I'm trading, that unless we're near this area of interest already, unless we're near a supply zone that's ready to be shorted, right now we're in the middle of nowhere, quote unquote, right? So we aren't near a supply, we aren't near a demand. I'm staying patient on this trade because if I entered here, I got to put my stop loss down here. I would target maybe high of day, and let's see, if I put my stop there, target high of day, you're not even cracking a 2-to-1 on that trade. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not taking that, and especially because equities are also pulling back. So I'm really just staying patient at this point. I am keeping an eye on NVDA right now. Microsoft seems weaker of the equities that I watch. NVIDIA is also sort of weaker on the equities watch list with the, if you take a look over here on this watch list, this is how I gauge relative strength. So NVIDIA and Amazon are at the top, which when I change it by percentage is the weakest, while Google is one of the strongest. So let's take a look at what Google's doing right now. Right, Google had a nice gap up and a nice push candle, and let's see if it wants to continue from there, right? So Google is something I would consider going long on. Why don't I have it as Google? There we go. Staying patient. What else we got? We got Meta is strong too. Microsoft's just pushing lower. Again, we're coming into this area of interest on NVIDIA right now. Let's see if it wants to use it as support. Before it was resistance. Now I want it to be support. Selling on Google. Staying patient. We are in that area of interest now on NVIDIA. Again, just staying patient. I screenshot that, share it. Make sure everybody does see it. Bring us back to our stocks, our futures. Getting a VWAP rejection right now on the NASDAQ. Staying patient. Really want things to turn around here. I want NVIDIA to hold up this area. Tesla has been selling off pretty strong right now. What's going on, YouTube? Hello and welcome to our channel. What is going on? Remember, guys, we do have a community for you guys to join, bullishbears.com, and you hit the join button. We have monthly and annual subscriptions. You get our free live streams, and you also, well, not free if you're part of the community, because we do go live for the community every day. And yeah, we got the weekly webinars, thinking of switching that to watch lists, but we will see. And Discord community, I'll get to that in just a minute for you guys. So let's see how this candle closes on NASDAQ, right? So far we have this big wick. It looks like it's rejecting, but we don't want to get in too soon because as we know, the candle could close any way it wants. It could push up and close green. It could push back down and close without that lower wick. So it's really a game of patience right now. I do like how strong ES has been showing, and I do like also the advanced decline is pushing higher too. Hey, what's going on, Pete? Welcome to the YouTube. Welcome to our stream. What's going on? Good morning. Happy Monday. And yeah, hope you guys all had a great weekend. Got 20 seconds in the 5-minute. If I was considering a long position at this point on NASDAQ, I would wait for the 5-minute to close, put my stop at the lows, and target maybe the highs right there. And right there immediately is 2-to-1 risk to reward on that trade. So staying patient on that. We want to see what's going on. We want to see how it holds, if it holds. So there's the push. VIX has been trying to go lower, but I will say, however, NVDA has been pretty weak on the 5 minute, so I'm watching that too. So I'm personally not taking this long trade right here. I am not taking this trade. It's a setup, it's a 2-to-1, it could work out, but I am not taking this trade right now because equities are not looking as strong as I would want them to continue higher on NASDAQ. I'm gonna delete that. My areas that I was watching is this 15020 level and this 2 hour demand zone. Really wanting NVIDIA to close as a hammer inside this area of interest. That will be the candlestick confirmation on top of the area of interest confirmation to take this trade long that we may reverse. It is quarter after market open, so I am staying patient. Gotta remember, it is choppy. There are 6.5 hours in a trading day, so there's really no reason to rush trades in just the first half hour. Some people do, however, would prefer to just trade the market open because of the volatility it does bring sometimes. But, if we're looking at today, the volatility it brought was pretty choppy so far. So really just staying patient. Got 3 minutes in the 5 minute left. This could be a fake out on NASDAQ and it could push higher as well. And what we do and what we see when we're doing something like this on the NASDAQ is we would consider, okay, well, if I grab a long position now down here, I'm able to I'm able to have a better entry, same stop loss. Oh, guys, give me 1 minute. I just gotta grab the phone. Just keep an eye on the market, and then I do have an announcement to make. So, guys, make sure you stay in the chat. So sorry, guys. Just gotta take this bit of a personal call. Alright, guys. So sorry about that. Had to take that. It was a bit of a personal call. Family first, guys. Family first. Gotta take care of our family. As you guys saw, I did delete the long position. I wanted to type I'd consider scalping a short here because of how bearish NQ looked. We are at what the 2 hour demand zone would be as a target, so I am staying out of this trade. I do have a little
Hey,
bit of. Hey,
hey
what?
Kevin, I've just noticed, I don't know if this is relevant at all, on the 5 minute, there's a gap on the 27th of August at 2055. So is that relevant at all?
Like this gap
There.
right here?
Yeah.
Um, it could be. It's not the strongest gap, so I wouldn't be too focused on it. It's been
All right.
pretty small, and we did try
Okay,
to
cool.
fill it, but yeah.
Hope everything's okay anyway.
Thank you. Yeah, she's having a bit of a tough time right now, but just gotta stay strong. Stay strong and carry on. Oh, so
Good morning,
announcement.
everyone.
What's going on, Ricardo?
You're breaking out, but I hope your mom feels better.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so let's see how this candle closes. We wicked right at that 2 hour demand zone. Let's see if we're trapping sellers before we want to push back higher. Something, guys, I did want to announce, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this, is I was thinking of switching the weekly webinars to make them weekly watch lists. And basically, there's a few things I could do for that. I could either record myself doing some technical analysis on 3 to 4 stocks like equities, Google, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Tesla, a few of those stocks, and ES and NQ. Or I could keep it to the weekly webinars, or I could do like an every other week type of deal, or I could do the weekly watch list with you guys, and I could pick 3 stocks, then have you guys pick 2 stocks or something. So I just wanted to get your feedback on that, community. Know what you guys want to do.
How about you mix it up?
Mix it up, right?
Sounds good to me if you mix it up.
Cool, cool. Okay. I'll post a yeah, I see Sig's adding me. Jen, are you still in here? Yeah. Our live streams start at 9:30. I try to start mine a bit earlier to go over my trade plans for the day. Victoria, because TOS is with Schwab now, does that mean you can make an account with them?
I am trying, trust me. They should be because Schwab is global and they've got like a European branch. So yeah, we should be able to.
That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, they made me set up a Schwab account yesterday.
Yeah, nice.
Woohoo.
Does it make, when you're setting up a Schwab account, does it make you do like a whole deposit and everything, or is it just transfer your funds from TOS?
No, it just transfers over. The accounts stay the same. I won't be able to log into Thinkorswim with the Schwab account quite yet. I don't think it happens. I guess next weekend, but I haven't been around much. I've been sick, so
Ah,
I've been trading. So
all right.
I'll check it out. I'll let you know what it does.
For sure, for sure. Hope you feel better.
Get well soon.
My gallbladder's got to come out.
Aw, I'm sorry, man. Stay strong. Surgeries are no fun, but as long as you stay strong and know that it's just a moment, keep reminding yourself this'll pass, you'll get through it, man. You're tough, man. You're a tough guy. Alright, guys, so I'm watching the 467.50 calls on the video right now, and the reason for that is if we could get these in at 470 and we do reverse here, we got the hammer candle I was looking for after we broke this area of interest. So if this 5-minute holds and pushes us higher, I think we'll get that 10 o'clock reversal. Plus, I think we're gonna have a nice push up on the video. So I'm watching that 467.50 calls. They are about 470 right now. Let's see if we push higher. Let's see. Really need that strength, really need that continuation.
As far as the watch list, Kevin, I'd like to do a powwow where you have your picks, maybe a few other guys have some people who have good ideas, and no sense not hearing from everybody.
Yeah. What was it? You said power hour?
I said powwow, like we all get together.
Oh.
with ideas.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, there we go, guys. Look at that NVDA push higher. Just like in the trade plan. Good stuff so far. Said I was looking at it at 470. If we got that at 470, it's already up there. It's already at a 18% return on investment, and it's pushing higher. So even if we wanted to scalp it and get right out of it, that was a good quick trade. I'd personally look to enter that trade back where I called it, and I'd look to hold it to see if we want to reverse and push higher. So let's see how our equities are doing, our futures are doing. Look at that. The low of this candle right here is 15,450, and the demand zone was at 1504.75. So it literally ticked into it for a moment, and then it pulled back. What expiration? So I'm looking at the weekly. Whenever I'm trading options on even SPY, QQQ, equities, I'm always looking at the weekly because I tend to be more of a day trader. And even if I do swing trade, it's because I only want to hold for like a day or two. So I'm usually looking at the weeklies because those have cheaper premiums, but still have good deltas. So that was a really good candle close on the video. So I am expecting a push higher. I'm expecting us to continue. Let's just wait and see. Good pushes on NASDAQ as well. Really good stuff so far, guys. Getting some pullback on the video. Now we are sort of seeing some divergence. Not much, nothing crazy. But we do have ES near its high today, whereas NASDAQ came all the way back lower. So really just staying patient right now. I'm checking out how that 2-hour looks. Checking out how the 1-hour looks. And I'm just staying patient. Wait and see.
Kevin, good morning. I figured it out.
Hey, good morning. What's going on?
I shot you a message. It's not urgent, but whenever you can answer that, that would be.
For sure, absolutely. Alright, strong pullback right there. Do have to be aware that NASDAQ is much weaker than the ES right now because ES is holding near its highs, NASDAQ is not. So I'm really being aware of that, really being patient with my NASDAQ trades today. Maybe we could double bottom near the demand. That might be a trade. I'm keeping an eye on NVIDIA right now. NVIDIA is also pulling back. Those options are pulling back as well. Just staying patient. Our entry was about 470 on NVIDIA on those 467.50 calls. But NVIDIA we got to sort of be aware of, because NVIDIA is on the weaker side of our relative strength watch list. And whenever that happens, whenever I have a stock on the weaker side of the relative strength, I really try not to go long on that stock. And same with when stocks are on the stronger side, I really only try to go long on those stocks. So like, let's take a look at Meta right now, guys. Meta has been hesitating near this area of interest a lot, and it looks like it's getting that strength to finally push through it. So Meta might also be a good trade setup as well. Yep, there goes Meta. New high a day on Meta. NVIDIA trying to hold strong as well. Love to see it. VIX pushing lower, trying to break out of its range lower. That's good for the bulls. NVIDIA pushing higher. Those option contracts are doing pretty well right now. Let's see. 3-wick, gotcha. Used to do that, got burned. Now I invest more for longer term expiration. Yeah, man, I hear you. Got to be careful with the weekly contracts. What was getting me when I was trading options more often was the 0-day options on like SPY and QQQ. Those would always bite me in the butt. But weeklies on equities are really, really nice. All right, let's check out NVIDIA, guys. Look at NVIDIA trying to pump away. Let's see, it's getting a nice strong push. These contracts, again, 560 area. Let's see. Show volume. But if we look at the volume cloud right now, right? Volume has not been pushing that strong for the bulls. So we really want the volume cloud to start pushing higher. And we want the bulls, this green area, to really cover and take over the red area. So we're being careful with those. I'm looking at Apple's pushing lower off of VWAP. Meta had a fake out of the high a day. Yeah, man, 0 days are tough. Alright, we're coming back down sort of near our entry on the NVIDIA options. So guys, take a look at the options real quick, right? So if we entered down here, we got to fill around like 470 on these options. Now we're pulling back a little bit, and we came down to 490 already. So that little pullback, even though it's not near our area that we went long, it's already near near the price that we entered on. We got how much time in the 5-minute? We got about 10 seconds in the 5-minute though. So really staying patient. Market likes to wick around and try to chop people out. Yeah, let me check Godo, right? Sunday, let's see. This 2-hour, Godo, you made the 2-hour too low. So you made that 2-hour down here. The 2-hour I made is right over here. Was made Monday morning, so this morning at 2 a.m. So it's right over here. Could you say what? Hey.
Yeah, but you see how my candles are different than you.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, that also comes to the fact that on TOS and on TradingView, which are the platforms I use, by the way, Chris on YouTube was asking what platforms I'm on. This is TradingView and this is Thinkorswim. So I like to use my equities on Thinkorswim. I like to look at TradingView for my futures. But yeah, so if
that for me, I don't see that demand in the candles on my Thinkorswim.
Let's see. Yeah, because oh wait, hold up. Let's see. NQ. 5. Yeah, so what's weird with Thinkorswim versus TradingView is if we look right here, look at the bottom down here where it says what time we're on. So see how it says this candle starts at 5, this candle starts at 7, this candle starts at 17, which would be 5 p.m., and so on and so on. But mainly what I'm looking at is I'm looking at this one starts at 1, this one starts at 3, this one starts at 5. If you look at TradingView, it starts at 12 and then it starts at
They're
2.
even numbers instead of odd. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, so you're gonna get different results, but the main thing with supply and demand is you look for areas where there was consolidation before a strong impulse move to a certain direction. Then what you could do is, this 2 hour is there, but let's say that 2 hour wasn't there, I would maybe look into the 1 hour and see if there's a 1 hour zone. Or I'd look into the 3 hour, see if there's a 3 hour zone, and so on and so on. Because even though we don't have the same exact time frame key levels and key supply demand, we do, however, have the same areas where we consolidate, and we do have the ability to change the time frame that we're looking at to try to find that same area, that same zone. And again, if you don't really have it too clean, you could always mark the area. So let's say you wanted to mark this area right here, because you see that we ranged last night. We ranged from up here around 15,020 to 14,973. So that was our range. We can mark that as our demand zone and know that we would want to try to take some long positions in that area. So that's another way we could look for.
Yeah, it makes sense now that I see that it's just different hours. Other quick question: do you pay for trading?
So TradingView with Bullish Bears, we have a little bit of a we have a what's it called? We have a partnership with them. So that's why sort of I stream them mainly as well, is because we have a partnership with them. They gave us premium accounts so we could show you guys how they work. It does not come with any type of what's the word I'm looking for? What is it? It doesn't come with any. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Do apologize. It doesn't come with any data.
Discount.
Who said it? It doesn't come with any data, but it does come with the multiple charts, multiple indicators, and all that types of stuff. So guys, look, let's take a look at NVDA real quick too, right? NVDA is still trying to push higher, but this options contract is struggling right now. You really need a strong move higher on NVIDIA to bring our options contract up.
So data's what you pay for in order to be able for the charts to fill.
Yeah, but what you could also do if you have a futures brokerage account on like TradeOvate, or here I'll show you the options they give you. All these TradeStation, Oanda, Forex.com, AMP, Interactive Broker, which is a big one. You could link these brokers to TradingView, and then when you link them, those brokers are what gives TradingView the data. So you're then also able to enter and exit trades. You could buy, you could sell. Here, if I connect, show you as an example, TradeStation.
So if I pay for TradeOvate, TradingView would be free.
Yes and no. So you do still have to
No.
pay for, yeah, sort of no. You do have to pay for TradingView's like premium, not premium account, but they do have other accounts like the Pro and stuff, which I think is only $20 a month. But what you do when you pay for those is you get the ability to have multiple charts. If you're on their basic plan, all you get is the single chart. But that's still a single chart, and it's still a chart you could use, and it still is a clean chart. If I had TradeOvate, I would be using TradingView even if I had only like the basic chart, because it's still one chart, still a chart you could use to enter and exit trades, and it's still a cleaner charting platform than TradeOvate itself. But to use TradeOvate as sort of as a platform, as a broker, then I want to use TradingView as a charting platform.
Sounds great because that trading view does look pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude, TradingView is really great. Like really clean software, really clean stuff. Got to see TradingView, as TradingView isn't the broker. TradingView is the charting tool. That's all it is a charting tool. I got a question in the YouTube I'm gonna answer real quick. Says, do you think pro traders look at or include pre-market after hours data for charting and trend guess predictions? Yeah, well, it really depends on what trader you're asking, their experience with it. I like to look at, I like to keep my pre-market off for equities when looking for key levels and supply and demand, because when you think about it, equities are really only open 6.5 hours a day. So any market structure or market movement that we get on equities that's pre-market, those aren't real market participants, right? So I want to know what the market participants are doing. I want to know what the real traders are doing, where they're doing it, and so on, right? So I do like to do it without after hours, but I know some successful traders that do it with after hours. So it really depends on the strategy you use, your experience with it, practicing with it, and just creating your plan around that and executing that plan accordingly, so you can see how your trade plans work out with that. Bum, bum. And yeah, that's a great point too. So when you guys look at, let's see, when you look at TradingView, I'm sorry, Thinkorswim, and you turn off the pre-market, it starts your pre-market hourly candle at 9:30. Whereas if you look at it on mobile Thinkorswim and you turn pre-market off, it starts it at 9 o'clock. And if you look at, I believe TradingView is the same thing. If you look at equities and you turn off pre-market, which I think is already off, right, it starts those candles at 9:30 as well. So, you know, those equities, those candles will look the same. You guys, I'm gonna show you real quick too. So you see how we would have entered NVDA down here, 470 a contract. We're getting this candle pullback right here, and it already knocked that contract all the way from a high of 550 all the way back to our entry point around 480, 470. But that's because equities have theta, they have the Greeks, they have all this stuff that runs against it. Keeping an eye out on Meta right now, guys. Take a look at that. Meta broke its key level. See if it wants to break higher and continue. And remember, Meta is on the relative strength. It is one of the strongest today so far. It had the gap up, and it's been trying to push higher. Would maybe consider adding another contract to NVIDIA down here, but would really have to be patient and see. We just rejected the top of this area of interest, and VWAP was also lined up there too, and it's on the weaker side of our watch list, right? So we're staying patient. Let's see. Look at our futures too today, guys. Right? Look at this range we're in. This is like a 4-point range right here on ES. This is gross. Nasty. Don't want to trade this right now. This is not a market we want to trade yet. We would rather break the range with momentum and trade the trend, right? Market likes to range for about 70% of the time, likes to give us a range 30% of the time. Just stay patient. All right, guys, give me 1 second. Just got to grab this call.
Can't hear anything.
No, he's had to take
Hey, yeah,
a
my
minute
bad.
just to go and yeah, he's
I had
just
to
had to
take a
go and
call.
call.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. I apologize, guys. A bit of a personal call. Mom's in the hospital. I'm trying to keep things okay from here.
Do what you gotta do, bro.
Appreciate it. I'm trying to keep the charts up and running though. I am still in front of the computer.
Kevin,
Nvidia's
put
going
your on
well.
first. Put your call first, Kevin.
Thank you, thank you. Be right there.
Yeah, take care of mom.
I'll stick around a little later today. I'll keep it running until like 11:30, 12 if you guys want. Appreciate you
Kevin,
guys
take your
too.
call. Take your call.
Thank you. Alright guys, so sorry about that. Still trying to keep you guys updated with the charts and everything. We did have the pullbacks. I'm looking for scalps right now. Scalps to the upside. I'm personally probably not going to take any trades, but I will help you guys to take some good trades today. So we just got to take it easy. I am in NVDA from 470, and I am holding that contract. I do want to see that contract perform well. My target is around 462, 464. Do want to see NVIDIA if it could make a new high of day would be great, but if we're looking at the daily chart, we do have to be patient. We do have to know that it did have that strong pullback. So I'm really just staying patient and waiting right now. I think NVIDIA's got strength to pump higher though. Really do. Right now, those contracts sitting at 25% return on investment from our entry point at 470. So far, so good. If anybody would want to close out there, lock in those gains. 470 to 590 now. That's a great return on investment in just how long? How many minutes? This was a 8 bars, 5-minute bars. This was a 20-minute trade. I did the math right. 40-minute trade. Yeah, look at NVIDIA, guys. There's that strength. Look at that. Contract's up 620 right now. Really good stuff. Really strong move. Was expecting a strong move just like this. Really good stuff so far on NVIDIA, guys. Good stuff. Hope you guys caught that. Let's check out how our futures are doing. Futures are trying to push higher. ES trying to push to a new high a day. NASDAQ is not near its high a day yet. But what I've been watching, I wrote down here, guys, weak VIX strength to the downside. When we see a consistent VIX to one direction, while we were chopping around on ES and NASDAQ, that sort of gives us a clue and a hint to the direction the market wants to take. So look how strong NVIDIA was on this candle. Still holding this contract. Contract's at 625, 620 right now. Nearly 30% ROI at the moment. But I'm holding this because I really want to see another strong push higher. Really want to see that, guys. See if Microsoft is sort of bear flagging it right there. See if it wants to push up and hold VWAP. Relative strength watch list, everything's pretty strong right now. There we go, NVIDIA. Give us one good strong push. Netflix as well is doing well right now. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff so far today. Are seeing some pullback on futures. I'm not taking any bear positions though. Still in a bull position on
Your
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA trade is with a options contract, Kevin?
Yeah. When I trade equities, I'm trading options. I'll usually try to get like 2 or 3 depending on the contract's price. This one I just got 1 though because a lot of stuff's going on at home. So we have to know what's going on at home could affect our trading. So if I do see a good A+ setup, which this setup is something I called out in the pre-market in my trade plan, I did want to take this regardless. I'm just going to go lighter in size. Because our mentality is everything. Mind over matter type of deal, you know?
And what's the rationale for taking the options versus just straight up trading the stock?
Well, the return on investment is much stronger on options, but it could also be stronger to the opposite direction, right? So the contract I got was $470 a contract, while stock was at $450, $451. So I'm paying a little more, but we got a $4 move on the stock, which would only give us a $4 return on the stock. But because I was in an option, it's so far given me right now, if I closed out, it's given me a $1.57 return, nearly a $1.30 return, which is a $130 return in a $4 move in the stock. So if you get the direction right in options, it could really, really work in your favor and give you a really good ROI, return on investment. Chopping around right now, we got about 2 minutes till this candle closes. I do want us to continue higher on NVIDIA. Let's make this our futures. And let's hang out with TOS for a little bit. We'll get some time in sales going, level 2 going. I don't like the weakness we're getting right now, but again, we still have time for the candle to close. It could wick up for all we know. Could be trying to bear flag, want to push higher. And I am in NVIDIA from down here, so I am not stopping out yet. What I will look for is I'll look for maybe a 30-minute supply zone to target, which we have a 30-minute right here. So I'm going to mark that out as a 30-minute, edit, and make that 30-minute. Show on right, make it red. Mark out the rectangle, the area. But now we got some room to hit that 30-minute, right? That's about a $13 move. So I'm really expecting this contract to really pay off if we continue in trend and we continue pushing higher. Strong pullback on the stock, which means an even stronger pullback on the options, which we have to remember as well. That's why it's always good to get out into strength. Nice pullback on futures as well. Just staying patient. VIX back to that key level. Let's see if it wants to hold up as resistance to push VIX lower, which will be bullish on the stocks. So just staying patient. We're waiting. Don't want to be grabbing any trades. Definitely not any longs after how strong this bearish candle was, right? So I'm really being patient right now. And with NVIDIA, I'll stop out if we come back to this low down here. But if we come down into this area of interest and create another higher low and reverse, I don't want to stop out because then we're going to reverse and push back higher again. I want to see if we're pulling back, creating another higher low, and then pushing back higher. Just gotta wait and see. What you could do too with Thinkorswim is you could go into the NVIDIA options chain and you could see how many people are in calls, how many people are in puts, and you know how many people are in deltas that are 0 to 20s, 21 to 40, 41 to 60. And so on. So it's really cool to keep an eye on that, know what other people are doing, know what the majority is doing, and inverse them. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. Just staying patient on this, staying patient. Strong pullback. And another thing I have to note, though, with NVIDIA, is NVIDIA was not part of the relatively stronger side. NVIDIA is the weakest of them all. So it's tough to go long on a stock that's weaker. So, you know, hindsight, maybe I should have taken my contracts off into strength around 25-30% ROI. But I really want to stay patient on this, see if the trade will play out and the trend will continue. So we're just staying patient, seeing how futures are going to trade, seeing how equities are trying to trade. Staying patient on that. And my stop loss on NVDA will be right at this recent swing low. Like right there. Oh. Right there. Look at Google, guys. Google's sort of trying to drop too. So I'm really keeping an eye. Not looking good for the bulls right now. Definitely not. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to jump in a bear position. I want to stay patient. I want to wait. I want to see how the market is going to react. We can only react to how the market reacts, right? So if we were looking for a scalp, we would wait for this big candle to close. We would grab a short and try to scalp it with momentum. If we're looking for a trend trade, then I'm looking at something like NVIDIA, where it made a lower high, then a lower high, and seeing if we're going to make another lower high over here. Definitely going to let the candle close, though. We got about 2 minutes in the 5 minute. Definitely staying patient. Google very weak right now. Very weak. Alright, there is VWAP on ES. See if it wants to hold. We got about 50 seconds in the 5 minute, so we don't know if it's going to wick. We don't know if it's going to continue. So we're going to stay patient and wait. Wait and see. In Discord community, I'm going to post a poll in our in our main chat, asking you guys what you're interested in, webinars or weekly watch lists. So bears still have the strength. Still watching NVIDIA. Might stop out of NVIDIA. It's coming back near our entry point on those options. Really just waiting to see if we come back to this key level over here. Could you guys see the poll in the main chat? I tried to create it and it's just saying poll created and didn't actually create one. There we go, NVIDIA. What'd you say?
I don't see it.
Yeah, right? I don't know, that's weird. Poll. I don't know, that's weird. I'm gonna have to look into that. Poll was created. Alright, well, where is it? What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, everyone? Guys, remember, stay active in our community. It's always good to post charts. It's always good to post your trade journals so you get some feedback. Always good to talk to your peers as well. We're all in this together. We are all in this to learn, to push, to succeed in trading, and to really do better and better ourselves. And sometimes by bettering others, we better ourselves, because two heads is better than one. And you could really get a feel for, okay, well, what's working for this person? Maybe I'll help them with what's working for me. They'll help me with what's working for them. And we could sort of combine ideas, combine thoughts, combine strategies. Or, you know, if something isn't working for me, maybe somebody else is trying the same thing and can't figure out what it is, and you might point something out that could really help somebody else succeed. This is a very pay it forward community. We want to see you all thrive and do well. Let's see if NVIDIA is making that other high or low right now. Gotta see if it'll hold. We have 2 minutes till the 5-minute closes, staying patient. Considering grabbing another contract down here, but I don't think I will. I'm just gonna stay patient on this. I predicted a pop and pullback. We got the pop and pullback. Check out the 30-minute. Anything on the 30-minute that stands out to us. Staying patient on this NVIDIA trade, patient on the futures setups. Look at that, guys. NQ wicked off of demand, bounced higher, came down, wicked off of key level, and let's see if it wants to reverse from here too. So this might be another good long setup coming up right here. So let's check out our long position tool, see what we're looking at. Maybe our stop loss there, target up here. Or quite honestly, I was thinking a stop loss at that candle's low. And we'll see how the next candle opens. We got 32 seconds left. I want to see how this candle closes. If this candle just dumps right through this key level, this trade plan is no longer valid. What I will notice, though, is NQ created this lower high right here, which is bearish. But overall, we've been bullish. So I'm really trying to trade with the trend. The trend is our friend, just like I went over in this previous week's webinar. I want to see us continue higher. We have 2 seconds till the candle closes,
And that's divergence with S&P.
A little bit, not really, because the S&P did not break its highs, but it did make an even high. So yeah, it's a little bit of divergence in the sense that ES has been able to hold up here while NASDAQ has not been able to get back to its previous high. So there is some divergence there, yeah. Taking a look at NVIDIA too, see if I want to add to this position. I'm thinking if we get a strong break, I'm going to grab a long position on NASDAQ to scalp. And my target's going to be right over there. So it's a 3-to-1 risk to reward on this trade. Something I'm looking out for. But if I'm looking
And if
left...
there were divergence right now, sorry, Kevin.
No, that's okay.
Would it normally be that the ES follows the NQ or vice versa?
Well, they don't really, I wouldn't say they follow each other. The reason they look so similar is because they have very similar stocks and very similar holdings. The only difference is the NASDAQ is more of a tech stock holding, whereas the S&P is more of a top 500 companies. So it's like the S&P has more banks in it, has more stuff like that in it, big pharma type stuff, whereas the NASDAQ is more keen on NVIDIA, Tesla, these types of things. So sometimes we'll have really nice strong trends in equities and in those big tech stocks, and we might not be that strong in ES, so we would want to trade the NASDAQ instead of ES on those days. Yeah, looks like we're about to stop out of that. Yep, so that trade did not go as planned. Still not considering a short right now because, quite honestly, this could just be another wick through that key level and push higher. We did wick off of demand, so really just staying patient right here. VIX has been trying to push higher, but failing to push higher. check out how NVDA is doing. NVIDIA is sort of dumping right now, right? Contracts are back near the price that we entered, around 470. But I'm watching it to break this previous low. I'm not stopping out yet. If I had multiple contracts, I probably would have scaled out of some on that strength on that pump, but because I only had one, I wanted to really hold. So again, I'm just staying patient on this. Gonna see how this candle wants to close. If it wants to give us another long lower wick, we'll consider re-entering a long position. If it wants to dump, then yeah, just like that. Then no way, no way. So ES hasn't really given us a trade setup other than this VWAP rejection this morning and a push higher. And then same with NASDAQ, the only trade that would have been valid to take would have been, and I'll show you guys the watch list, would have been long off the 2-hour demand at 15,004, right? And we got that right there. We got a nice push higher from there. So that one trade plan worked out. Now we're creating a lower low in NASDAQ based off of this previous low. So I'm really staying patient, and I do want to look, where's ES, where's NASDAQ? Is there any divergence? Let's check the 15-minute, see a bit of a clearer picture. NASDAQ sort of has a 15-minute demand zone right here, which it just wicked off of as well. Now, guys, because we're dumping and we created that lower high in demand, sometimes those lower lows in demand could be traps, right? So people who are unaware of the demand zone there might not know that, you know, instead of going short because of the strength, we might end up bouncing yet again. So really just staying patient. I'm looking at the 15-minute. I'm looking at the higher time frames for trend confirmation. Bears are here. Bears are active. And I wanted that pullback on ES to this 1-hour demand zone. Keeping an eye on the video. No. My TOS is freaking out. It's like too much. Really trying to see that volume continue on a video. See how it wicked that low? Or it tried to, at least. It was stop hunting right over there. But again, bears seem to have control of this trend. I'm staying patient and being careful with my contract, and I am getting ready to stop out. A lot of volume coming into the market. Looking at the bid, looking at the ask. What's going on with them? I like seeing that volume rushing because that sort of tells me this area of interest, there's a lot of volume sitting here and it might want to try to reject and push higher from here. So let's see. Let's be patient. Let's see. Looking at NASDAQ, looking at ES. Really staying patient right now. bring that back higher. Let's take a look at any 15-minute demand zones on ES. So there's nothing over here to support ES that I see. Maybe, you know, these previous wicks higher, you know, this might be an area of interest because of these wicks over here. But I'm not really seeing anything right here. Other than maybe like, right here, I'll show you what I see. So I see this was a 30-minute supply zone that we used once, twice, we broke it. Now we're using that supply as an area of interest. So that might be something. Plus, look at that demand, right? That lower high, that lower low on NASDAQ could have been a trap for the bears. Now we're pushing higher. Look at NVDA, nice push higher. Exactly what I want to see. Amazon looking a little double bottomy over here. One bottom. Now we got a double bottom. See if it wants to push higher. Really want that strength to continue on the video. We got a little over a minute left on the 5-minute. I want to push higher. I want to see what the hourly candle's looking like. Yep. I like that hourly. Want it to close somewhere up here. So maybe give us a basing before we have a big rally and continue higher. So I'm staying in this NVIDIA trade, anticipating the hourly to close red, but a basing red for another bullish move to continue for the next hour. There we go, NVIDIA. Good push, good push. Remember, guys, I saw that we were probably going to reject and push higher from there because I saw the time and sales start pushing a lot stronger. That's how I use time and sales.
I'm out of here, Kev.
Oh, you're out of here? All right, bro. It's good talking to you.
Yes, I hope your mom feels better and all the best, everybody in the market today.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Hope you caught some good trades today.
Take care.
Take care. Peace.
Take care, everyone.
See you, Ricardo.
Oh, look at that, guys. Lucian posted in the main chat. Save the info below for tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern. Trade Ideas is going to be doing a webinar for our community. Let's go, guys. That's awesome.
How do we get there? Are we just on Discord?
It's going to be a link, a Zoom meeting.
Okay.
What up, Antonio? Antonio's saying he could see a pullback on NQ to 14,985. Maybe. Yup. Could see that. I'm staying patient. I'm still in that NVIDIA call. Time and sales is still picking up fast. A lot of heavy orders coming in at the ask. Let's see, guys. Got ES pretty weak right now. Let's get NASDAQ up here. Now, I may consider stopping out of this trade if NASDAQ wants to come back down to this 2-hour demand and break it, right? Break below these lower lows. I might look to stop out. But what I'm also noticing is every time we make these lower lows, this wick, it got bought back up. This wick got bought back up. But this time it got bought back up. It didn't get bought back up with that much strength. So I'm taking note of that as well. Yeah, Godo. So that's basically exactly what I'll be doing. So with the weekly watch lists, I'll just be charting those stocks for us and come up with some trade plans for us. Oh,
That's awesome. I would love that.
yeah, awesome. Cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. Oh, NVIDIA. Go, NVIDIA. Go. Let's go, guys. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, give us a strong push. Let's go break this previous swing high over here. If we break this previous swing high, definitely want to target that 465 up there. Check out how fast the time in sales is going while set at 200. Looking at the bid and ask up here. Looking at the range we have. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Really good stuff right there. Time is it? We got about 30 seconds in the 5-minute. Link for Discord. What up? What up, Andres? So yeah, Andres, if you want to check out, go to bullishbears.com and you hit the join button. There are monthly and yearly and lifetime subscriptions. And what you get is you get the Discord community, you get our watch list, you get some live trading, and you get some live trading education. And it also comes with our bullishbears.com website, which also has a ton of resources. Alright, NVIDIA, let's see if you got that steam in you. Gonna be checking time and sales again. Want to see how strong it is. I want to check out the tape. What's ES and NQ doing? Because those are big leaders. Those are big determining factors for the trend, especially on an equity like NVIDIA. So now what I'm noticing, guys, this lower high right here, and this might be a lower high right here. So if this candle pushes lower below this candle and closes below this candle, I'm going to stop out of the trade. If it pushes lower and then wicks and closes and pushes back higher, then I'm going to stay in the trade. So I want to be patient on this. I don't want to stop out because we're getting a little pullback. I want to be patient, patient, patient. The rest of the equities are looking weak. Taking note of that as well. NVIDIA trying to hold up that VWAP level. Does level 2 really help? Used in the past, but I don't think I used it properly. Yeah, so it really depends how you use it. I like to use it for the speed of the tape. So you see how it's sort of slowish right now. It's just ticking away. And then boom, a lot of orders, a lot of orders. And what I do is I sort it depending on what stock or equity I'm watching to show greater than or equal to 200 to 1,000. And the higher you go, the less orders you'll see. But the lower you go, the more orders you see. And if you have it on just all orders, it's just going to look fast all the time. That's why I prefer to, depending on what stock I'm watching, to have either 200 or higher, 500 or higher, or so on. You know, equities like ES, I have it set on 2. So I'm really just, it depends on what you're watching and how you set it up. So a lot of orders, a lot of order flow. Look at all that coming in. Really good stuff. It's what I want to see. I like to use the level, not level 2, yeah, level 2. So level 2 is down here. That's with the bid and the ask. Now, that's where there could be a lot of sploof orders. This is the time and sales. Time and sales is directly from the level 2. So whatever orders actually process on level 2 will show up on time and sales. Because a lot of times with level 2 is you'll see a really heavy order or a heavy level, and they might pull that level before we get there, and it might be a sploof order, it might be a fake out. But you would read that as you would want the bid to be stronger and to be heavier than the ask for bullish, and the ask to be heavier than the bid for bearish, because ask is selling at the ask, bid is buying at the bid. Nice, nice. Look at that. Look at that. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Definitely considering exiting my call position on a video right now, and the reason for that is because we like slowly pushed up over here, chopped around, then had a really strong pullback, and I do want to get out into strength, but my target was really up here, so I really want to try to hold this and let it play out in my direction. Just did one contract now. I did not go to my normal 3 sizes. Yeah, and they fake those orders out sometimes. What I also look for is I look for the price over here. I want to make sure it's printing higher than where the price was just at. If it's having trouble printing higher, then I'm going to want to stay away from that. 1596, 80. Ooh, look at that. Nice pump. Nice pump. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Good stuff. Good shiznit, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. Go in a video. What time is it? We got 5 seconds in the 5 minute. Let's see if it does want to continue pushing higher. I'm going to mark out this previous swing high. I want us above that. If we can't get above that, then I will consider stopping out somewhere into strength. But right now it is looking promising based off of these lower highs. I mean higher lows, right? So look, we have a lower low, but then we held that lower low, made a higher low, then we made another higher low, and now let's see if we want to push and make some higher highs. Taking a look at futures, futures look at ES on the area of interest. NASDAQ again, look at that, it wicked right off of that demand zone again. Am I set to 30 FPS? That's a good question. No, I was on 60. No, I was on 60. Should I set to 30? Sorry about that, Godo. I'm gonna try to fix that for you. If you want, I know the YouTube stream might be a little bit cleaner. Oh, here we go, NVDA. Here we go, NVIDIA. So I'm watching that 45904. I want to see it print above that level on the time and sales over here. It's having trouble. Here we go, getting close. Getting close, getting close. Boom, right there. Nice pop, nice pop. Let's see if it's going to be a stop hunt, though, and it's going to reverse here, or if it has the strength to continue higher. Those contracts sitting at 630. Our entry around 470 is still a solid entry. If you wanted to close out here, about 40% ROI on that right now. Good trade. Let's bring this to about like that so we could sort of have a better look at it. So I'll plot my entry was around 470. And we got about a little under 2 minutes on the 5-minute. I do want to see some continuation. What's going on, YouTube? See a bunch of you guys just tuned in. Hello, and welcome to our Bullish Bears stream. Remember, guys, stay active with us. We go live on YouTube for you guys Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Probably going to be switching that up. I might even switch it up to subscribers only, which it's obviously free to subscribe on YouTube. But you do get us every day, Monday through Friday, if you join our community. That's at bullishbears.com. And you just hit join and you sign up there. And yeah, we do weekly webinars. I'm thinking of doing some weekly watch lists as well. Might do that instead of the webinars, or might do like an every other week situation where 1 week will be a weekly watch list, 1 week will be the weekly webinar. Let's see. Pedro in our community said he's all out of shorts, so he was playing short in the market, and he just exited his short position. Look at all these lower wicks we have on NASDAQ down here, guys. So that tells me, you know, buyers are really trying to step in and hold us up from here. And if that does continue and sellers finally give way and let buyers take control, we could really see NVDA skyrocket. We could really see these stocks push higher, and that's really going to work out in our favor. So just staying patient right now. I want to let this candle close. Doing well on this trade. We are up about from our 470, about 23% on that. So let's see if we have the rally, a basing, and then a rally right through it again. So I want to take a look at our level 2, our time in sales, and I want to see how well we are doing with the order flow. Want a really strong push higher here. A lot of volume coming in. Look at this 999. This guy didn't want 1,000 of them. Said 1,000's too much. I'll go with 999. Thank you very much. Really need a strong move right here in the NASDAQ as well to help support our bullish move on NVIDIA. Here we go. Here we go. Nice, nice. Let's push over that 459.04 level. That's what I'm watching right now. It's having some trouble. The longer we stay near it, the more liquidity we draw from it. But I want to see that level as well on the level 2 over here. I want to see how strong that level is or how weak that level is. So I'm not seeing anything standing out to me, so I'm just staying patient. NASDAQ getting weaker again, having trouble with the bulls. Bulls are having trouble keeping us higher. Don't forget, guys, YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you at least subscribe so you can watch our lives Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Probably going to be switching that up to just Monday, Friday. Got to see how that works. See how that plays out. Or at least maybe just twice a week. Come on, NVIDIA. Get that push. Let's see the volume. Volume's been okay for the bulls. Really just keeping an eye on this trade right now. Keeping an eye on the stock. Waiting patiently. We got a little under 2.5 minutes on the 5-minute. Having trouble near this area. We have about, right, still got a little over 2 minutes on the 5-minute. So, it could wick down for all we know. It could pump back up higher. Bulls have been trying to take control of NVDA. It's been creating these higher lows. Has been failing to make some higher highs based off these previous swing highs. But I'm just keeping an eye. And staying patient. Might be a flag pattern, right? So we have the flag pole, then we could have a flag, which would make another low. It would break this wick's low, and then it would get a pump up higher again. So I'm still staying in this trade. I'm still staying patient. Contract sitting around 610, 620. From our 470 entry, definitely a good entry. Good to stay patient. What's going on, D212? Bye, hi, Todd. Hello, hello, Terry. What's going on, Terry? Zolfa. Pablo. What's going on, everybody? Madcar. How y'all doing? Hope you guys are having a good day. We got to look at that rejection on NVIDIA now. It's a tough rejection. Got about 15 seconds in the 5-minute. Let's see if it wants to wick back higher. What are the time and sales doing? Look at that heavy lot right there. 457.11, 3,000 orders. 457.11 is right here. Look at all that coming in, all that coming in. So this might be that flag that I was just mentioning before we get one more push higher. So really keeping an eye on NASDAQ too, guys. NASDAQ bears are failing to take control. Bulls are still trying to step in and push us higher. VIX is having a tough time picking a direction as well. This is a tough market to trade at the moment. We're just staying patient and waiting. No-go swing on Yeah, no, that Microsoft, that first trade setup that I sent out, what was that, like a week ago now? As soon as that setup failed, I just completely erase it, drop it out of my head, drop it out, and just push to the next setup that I see. Whenever we have a trade plan and a trade setup, and that setup does not work out or follow through, crumple it up, throw it out, look for the next setup. Definitely considering of exiting these NVIDIA calls if we get one more pump higher. But part of me thinks that this is sort of a trap to make people exit their long positions. And I do think we might get, again, if the bulls take control in NASDAQ and the rest of the equities want to stay green as well, there's a good chance we might get that pump in that second leg higher. Target around 460, 462. Would much prefer target 470, but we would really need a strong move for that. Let's go, NVIDIA. Really liking my time and sales. Love using time and sales. Love to see the order flow. Love to see how things are working out. Getting a bit of a push higher on NASDAQ right now. But like we've seen with the pushes higher, they keep getting met with selling. I was right about to say met with a nice big wick just like that. And that's exactly what we just got. Got about 2.5 minutes on the 5 minute. Staying patient on this trade. Probably stick around with y'all for another few minutes. I'll let you know. Yeah, Antonio, that's a great point. Antonio from YouTube says afternoon might bring better moves. You got a great point. If we're chopping around in the morning, there's a good chance that we might get a better move in the afternoon, and vice versa. If we have a better move in the morning, there's a good chance we'll chop around in the afternoon. Chris P, what's going on, Chris P? Alright, there we go. Go NVDA. Staying patient, just waiting. Got this area of interest on ES, got this demand zone on NASDAQ. I'm definitely sort of pushing to the bull side on these trades, so I'm definitely going to be holding my NVIDIA trade. There goes NVIDIA right now. See how bears keep trying to step in though, keep trying to knock us out. Definitely want to stay patient here. Bears mean business. Bulls have been holding us a little higher. Just waiting. Futures have been taking a tougher turn though. But we're holding this area of interest on ES. We're holding this key level and this demand zone on NQ. Just waiting. Got a green candle closure on NVIDIA. I really want this next candle to push back higher with strength and volume. Boom, just like that. Just like that. So where we at? I'm definitely considering exiting this trade around these prices because how many times we've wicked off of it. But I do have to note that we've wicked off of it so many times, there's a good chance we're drawing liquidity from it before we push right through it. So I'm taking a look again back at the level 2, the time in sales, and I'd like to know, do we have the strength, do we have the volume to push us higher? I'm not a fan of how that 5-minute closed on NQ, however. That's a lot of selling pressure in that wick. But I'm not trading NQ right now, I'm trading NVIDIA. Here we go. There we go. Come on, NVIDIA, give us a good trade today. Let's make some new highs. There we go. Look at that, guys. Good stuff. Woo! Contracts at 650, 660. This is something I'm going to want to get out into strength. But I've been holding so long, might consider just moving my stop loss up and try to really let this winner run if we do want to continue sort of an afternoon trend from here. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. Again, 1 hour 2 though. Looking good. 30-minute. 30-minute was looking good for that basing before another rally, so definitely considering holding this. Let's see, again, our contracts we got in around 470. Right now sitting at a 40% return on investment. Staying patient on this. Yes sir, Antonio. Gotta take it nice and easy with our trades. Gotta look for create some trade plans pre-market and let those trade plans really play out. I'm definitely considering exiting my position up here into strength around the 670 mark for a $200 return on a 470 investment. But just sort of waiting, letting this candle close. We got 2.5, nope, a little under 2 minutes now on the 5-minute. Stocks are looking ready to pump. Futures are looking pretty strong as well. Just definitely waiting. A lot of buying pressure. What I like to see. If I did have multiple contracts, this is definitely somewhere that I would scale out. I would absolutely scale out of one contract up here at 660 to lock in some gains and let my last contract run. And the reason for that, instead of, letting, oh, well, what if, it continues and then you're only in one contract or two contracts instead of being in the full three contracts, then you're cutting your losses short, blah, blah, blah. Not really, because then I'm taking gains off the table so that the trade can't reverse on me and it becomes a losing trade. Because if I take those gains off the table and use those gains as my stop, now this is a no-lose trade, a stress-free trade, and we also don't know if the market's going to reverse on us. So I'm not a fan of this wick rejection. I'm waiting for this candle to close. We got about 50 seconds left. Andre says, you teach options on your course. I want to play like if I am buying market orders, nothing complicated with expirations and strikes and all that. So we have a wide variety of courses. So we have a bunch of teachers and educators in our community. We have me, Jeremy, Signet, Lucian as well. And we all teach different strategies. I'm more lean towards price action in a whole, trading futures, trading naked options. Whereas they are good with their debit spreads, credit spreads, butterfly patterns, stuff like that, the more advanced stuff. But yeah, we teach a little bit of everything. Not even a little bit, a lot of bit of everything. Alright, yeah, how that candle closed, I'm not a fan of. That looks like it was a stop hunt, a liquidity grab candle, and now it looks like we want to dump from here. So let's keep an eye. Let's just wait. Give me another strong move. And what time is it? The 30-minute is up. What's the 30-minute looking like over here? Right, it's looking bullish. So again, I want to sort of hold this, see if we get another leg higher on the 30-minute chart. Definitely considering exiting this long position based off the fact that, sellers keep trying to step in and bat us lower. But if buyers step in and really push us higher and sellers give up, then we have a lot of room to run higher. And this could lead to be a really good trade. So I'm going to let this candle close. You guys probably hear me say that often, I'm going to let the candle close, let the candle close, let the candle all the time. Because that's what I want. The candle closure will tell me if bears just took control, if bulls just took control, what is going on in the candle, what's going on in the stock, what's going on with the price action and the volume, because the volume reflects in the price action and the candles. Nevada asked, what's going on, Terry? Asking if it's a range day. Yeah, so like if you're looking at ES or NQ right now, it's definitely in a tight range right now, but that could always change. Right, so we want to say when in doubt, zoom out. We want to look at the higher time frames and say, okay, well, what are the higher time frames doing? Do we have anything? Do we have a trend on any higher time frame? Right, then we look at these wicks on the hourly and we say, okay, well, the hourly's even in a range. So we want to be buying the lows and selling the highs. But I want to stay patient now because now it looks like the buyers are stepping in on the hourly. Look at all these lower wicks. And again, once buyers step in and claim strength, it's going to be a lot easier for our NVDA trade to really blast. Microsoft with some strength too. Got about a minute and a half on the 5-minute. Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, these three basic common stocks are all pushing higher. See how they all relatively follow each other too? Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. Like they had this one pump candle, then they had this little bit of basing above VWAP on each one, and then they all dumped right through. They tend to follow each other. They really do. So that's why when you get a trend where those three stocks are also pushing higher, pushing in your direction, it's a lot more key and it's a lot easier to confirm that trend. So if it, like Amazon's in a range, Apple's in a range, Microsoft's in a range, if these candles that they're on right now break higher with strength and volume, there's a good chance we're going to continue. But if these wick right back into the range, there's a good chance that this pump right here, is a fake out. Alright, let's see. Good NVIDIA trade so far. How are our futures doing? Futures are trying to get back up there. Trying hard. Let's check out what's that flexible grid doing. What's that time and sales doing on NVIDIA right now? I want to see it really strong right now. I want to see it fast. Definitely considering exiting the trade just based off of the fact that, like, you know, we're just keep getting weak near this area. But again, you got to remember too, the more we're near this area, the more liquidity we're drawing from this area. So the weaker this area gets. Amazon trying to push higher. Microsoft, if it could follow trend, would be great. Really want to stay patient on this trade to capitalize on this winner. Nice. Hey, here we go. Again, part of me is considering exiting my contracts because I am only holding one and I'd much prefer to exit into strength. But my trade plan was to target a new high a day or some new highs, and we have quite some room for that. But if you are in this trade with me and you're comfortable with those gains, by all means close it out, lock in your gains, or move your stop loss up a little bit. Really need NASDAQ to break out of its range too. Because look at that NASDAQ range. It's like a barcode, right? It's barcoding. Where it looks like it's just line, 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 bar, line, bar, line, bar. It's gross. Gross price action. Let's check out the 30-minute. 30 minutes keeping me bullish because we had this basing, and if we have a basing and then a rally after, we're going to have continuation. And because I got such a great entry down here, would love to ride that trend.
Kevin,
Victoria.
you know, when you say, right, that the market trends 30% of the time and then ranges 70% of the time, am I right in thinking that it's only 15% of the time it ranges bearish and 15% of the time that it ranges bullish?
Well, I guess you mean trends bullish, trends bearish. No, because historically the stock market goes up more than it goes down. However, when it drops very hard. It drops with a lot of strength. So I wouldn't really measure it like that, but it's just like a historically, it's about 70% of the time the market is in a range, and about 30% of the time it's in a trend. Because you also got to think, if it was trending more often than it was ranging, the market would be a lot easier to trade. And if things are easy to do, then the whole saying of, oh, well, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. That's why, we take our time to learn it. We really get a feel for the market. We adapt with market changes. And, yeah.
So basically, what I'm saying is when it trends, it's not split 50-50 between that 30%, 50
No.
bullish, bearish. No. Okay.
Nope.
All right. Thank you.
For sure. So just watching this. Still in the video. Definitely thinking of closing out this trade. Keep it as a day trade, locking those gains. About 30% on that right now. What do we got? 4 seconds in the 5-minute. I'll let the candle close. Part of me thinks it's just gonna dump from here. So if we get one more quick pump up, I'm gonna exit my NVDA position. Checking out NASDAQ, checking out ES. ES back to VWAP. NASDAQ looks like it does want to push higher. Again, coming off that demand zone. Time is, we got about 20 minutes in the 30-minute, right? Which the 30-minute, I wanted the trend to continue for a few candles. Take a look at how NVIDIA is doing time and sales wise, right? Are we getting a lot of buy orders, a lot of sell orders? Yeah, there's that dump. So give me 1 second. I'll look to exit this NVIDIA position. I'm gonna want one more pump up so I could try to exit around the 600 level on these contracts. Part of me is not a firm believer on this sell-off right here, though. Not yet. I know, but looking at all these sell-off candles, whenever we finally had bears take control, we just dumped. So there is a good chance of that. Strong price movements lower. NVDA 2, strong price movements lower. Back in demand on NASDAQ, going to make that new lower low. Ready's just going to dump. We're going to see it go ba-bam. Ba-bam. Oh, big stop hunt right there. So I'm not stopping out of this right here because it did, it's not near the 600 point on the contracts at 540 right now, but it's rejecting the VWAP. And what I'm also noting is that every time we made these lower lows on NASDAQ, we had a nice big rejection back higher. So I'm expecting pullback before we continue. That's what I'm looking for. I want that pullback for my options contracts on NVIDIA as well. Look at NASDAQ. Look at that. Gotta remember too, the market's gotta grab liquidity before it could continue and trend because it needs that liquidity to help fuel the trend. So we're getting that pullback. Still waiting on that NVIDIA pullback too. Because look, people who went long based off of this candle and had their stop losses at the low of this candle, they just got stopped out of their order, and now we might reverse and continue trend. Meta is also at a key level. I'm really just watching here. 30 seconds in the 5-minute. What's going on, YouTube? You guys don't forget, drop a like and subscribe. Eventually I'm going to be switching our YouTube streams to subscribers only. And we do have our weekly webinars. Going to probably be switching that up to weekly watch lists as well. Give us one pump up on the video, so I can have a nice little stop. Bears look like bears mean business right now, but I'm staying patient. Didn't hit my stop loss, did not hit my take profit. I am waiting right now. I'm also going to check out what's the 30-minute doing on the video, because that was something I was really watching. If the 30-minute wants to come all the way back up, you know, we could continue. We got 15 minutes in the 30-minute. 15-minute time frame just ended. What'd that look like? Pretty bearish, but 30 minutes looking bullish. 1 hour's looking sort of bullish, so we're just waiting right now. Yep, bears are here. Bad news, bears. Trying to see if we'll reject one more time. Give me one more push higher so I could exit this contract into some more profits. If it doesn't, comes down to my stop, then I'll just accept my stop loss. Let's check out the trade panel, NVIDIA, and see calls and puts. Puts are coming up there. What's cool with TOS too is there's also an options time in sales right down here, and you could actually see the orders that get like pushed through. Right, so we could see the calls, the puts being bought, all that. But let's do delta of, or at least a price of no less than 200 a contract. So we could see the order flow of the options now. There we go, NVDA. There we go. Trapped those sellers. We got about minute 50 in this 5-minute. Staying patient, want to let this trade play out. Want to see if we could really capitalize on a good trade. Creating some trend lines, see if we see anything. A line in the sand. There we go. Checking out our futures, checking out our VIX. VIX did not make a new high of day, even though ES and NQ both made a low of day, so I'm really taking note of that. Like, if VIX didn't make a high a day right just then you know that might be a key sign that there might be a reversal. So let's see if we get that push higher. We got about a minute. There we go. New 5-minute candle. And again, I want the 30-minute to be bullish. So we're really going to need some strength right now. Check out the order flow, what's going on over there. A lot of selling pressure, so I'm definitely being a bit careful. Does look like bears want to take control here and continue lower, so I am being really careful with my call option on NVIDIA. It's really a wait and see type sit right now. ES trying to push lower again, still near the bottom of its area of interest. I did want ES at that 1 hour demand zone though, so I do think we might go lower. Nope, NVIDIA looking weak out of that trend line that I gave it. Definitely looks like it's ready to sell off hard. And what's cool with options, guys, is we're able to actually like get into some puts, right? We could get in puts while we're in calls if we think the pullback isn't going to continue, or if we want to hedge ourselves to be careful.
Can you be in a put and a call on the same option, or it's with a different one? I don't understand.
So you're either in a call option or you're in a put option. So if you were doing NVIDIA, you could either be in a call that is like a 460 strike, and you could also be in a put that would be at a 450 strike, right? So those are sort of around the same price. So you could, what that is called, that's called straddle. That's when you straddle a call and a put option. That way you would cut one off as a loser at some point, and you would let the other one, the winner, continue trend. But yeah, you could be in a call and a put at the same time.
That type of hedging is not possible in the stocks, though, correct?
Yeah, no, when you own a stock, you're either in the stock long like you own it, or you're short the stock. Just think of it like if I buy NVDA, if I buy 5 shares of NVDA, I can't also sell 5 shares of NVIDIA because that would just bring me down to 0. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so that's one of the perks of the options. But with
Yep.
futures, you can't. It's more like stocks. You can't do the hedging with.
Exactly, exactly. Unless, you could get a little technical with it. There's futures, there's ES futures, and there's MES futures. ES futures is $50 a point. MES futures is $5 a point. So you could grab multiple MES contracts to hedge against ES contracts, right? So you could sort of hedge that way. But yeah. Other than that, I mean, at that point, I would just say to size lower in the direction you think it's going to go. Things are dropping lower. All right, let's see. Still watching NVIDIA. Still definitely going to probably try to close out this NVIDIA trade. Unless buyers really want to step in. Which again, if I'm looking at the 30-minute, we need buyers to step in pronto. This is the last 5 minute of the 30-minute. Need them to step in and mean business. Let's see if we get an engulfing candle. If we engulf this candle right here, I will stay in the trade. If we don't, I will exit the trade. The problem with options though too is you see how my entry point was way down here to get 470 per contract. Now we're sort of pulling back and we're going to be near my entry point even though the stock is still way above where I entered, and that's because I'm doing a weekly contract and we chopped around for a while. Taking a look, see what our futures are doing. Futures trying to come above demand. I'm also keeping an eye on NQ right over here. I wanted to pump above demand and hold above demand. If we could get that, along with NVIDIA pushing back higher, I will stay in this trade. If we keep rejecting, I will look to exit this trade take it as a smaller winner, but still be happy with those gains. Nice moves on NQ. NVDA also still trying to go higher. Trying. Keyword is trying right there. A lot of volume, a lot of wicks, a lot of volatility sort of coming into the market right there. Yeah, let's see. How much time we got? About 2 minutes in the 5 minute. Yeah, I'm staying patient on this. Still definitely considering exiting this trade because of the pullbacks and because of the bear moves we are getting. So really staying patient. Got 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes on the 5 minute, right? So we don't know. It could dump for the next 2 minutes. It could pump for the next 2 minutes. We don't know, so we will stay patient and let the candle close. Let the candle come to us. Give us a clue. Give us a sign. There we go, NVIDIA. Nice. Nice. Hey. So again, I want it to close up here. I want it to be an engulfing candle. I want it to close up there. There we go. There we go. Go, Bulls, go. But I'm also seeing NASDAQ is sort of pulling back. What are the options at? Around 555 right now. Definitely considering... Nice. Good pump. Definitely considering exiting there. But I'm also, again, looking at the 30 minute. Trying to let the 30 close. 30 still looking more bullish because of those lower wicks. So yeah, I'm going to look to exit this trade around... I wanted to get out at the $6 mark per contract, which again is $600 per contract. But really got to let that candle close. Got 7 seconds. Could wick right back down. Check out how the buying selling pressure is pretty strong on the buying. I'm gonna stay patient on this trade, guys. It is noon though. Do like to wrap up my trading around 11, but I told y'all I would stick around for a little bit because I had to take some calls. But well, let's see. How are futures doing? Futures a big pullback. Let's see if NASDAQ could hold that level, that 15,004. I'm gonna hold this contract. If NASDAQ fails, I'm gonna exit this contract. Come on, NVIDIA. Come on, NVIDIA. Some pullback, not a fan. See if we get that strength in NVIDIA one more time. Nice. So again, I'm looking to exit around the $6 mark. We are very close to it right now. Checking out the 30 minute one more time just to confirm. 30 does look bullish. We're just staying patient on this, trying to let this trade play out. Don't want to be exiting too soon. Don't want to be exiting too late. Still making these higher lows. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Equities are looking weak. I think I want to put NASDAQ right here so I could keep an eye on it. Again, looking for a strong pump up to bring this contract to $6 so I could exit there for a $130 gain. Which would be percent wise. I'm shooting for about 27%. There we go, there we go. So you see how it's at the ask right there? Let's see if we get a strong pump. Let's see if we could aim for a bit higher to get a 30%. But we don't want to be greedy. Good pumps in the market. Look at Microsoft, look at Apple, look at NQ also trying to hold up. Got about a minute in the 5-minute. Really want to stay patient right now. And as who mentioned, I think Antonio mentioned how, you know, we might see an afternoon trend versus this morning we had a really tough, rough range. Why not use the 1-minute chart when looking for a close? 1-minute chart's too small. I don't like the 1 minute. I'd prefer to trade off the 5-minute and the 15 and the 30. 1 minute's definitely too small for me. Not a fan. But that's just preference. You know, some people might like the 1 minute. We have Bullish Bears Jeremy in here. He uses the 1 minute. He uses the 15-second. So he really uses like the super small time frames. He's a major scalper. Me, the lowest I'll go is the 5-minute. I feel like everything else under that could be just like fake outs. Could be giving false signals left and right. But if it works for you, it works for you. That's how the market is. Everything works different for everybody. So I'm liking how NASDAQ held up. I do think we're going to see a little bit of a push higher on NVDA as well. But I'm going to close that out right there, guys. At 600. Alright, I'm out. Alright, good trade, good trade. Good NVIDIA trade today, guys. Good stuff. Sorry that the futures trades was a little bit choppy today. Definitely got to be aware of when we're chopping versus when we're ranging. But
Pretty sure it's not your fault, Kevin.
hey, sometimes I could control the market. No, I'm just kidding. We'll get some better trades in tomorrow, guys. Or Wednesday, you know, we go live Wednesday. Tomorrow is Jeremy's stream day, but I will be active in the main chat. That's where I'll post like my screenshots and my trade ideas.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Great stuff.
Absolutely.
Learning a little bit at a time.
Hey, that's awesome, man. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Thank you for all your assistance today.
My pleasure, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Happy trading. Trade green, trade smart, be patient, and let the market come to you. You guys got any questions, you know where to find me.
Have a great day, guys.
For sure, for sure. Take care, everyone. Peace.